Lena Goodman says the stockpile is getting bigger.
In Australia, we aren't really custodians of our own waste. The tyres that are collected in that passenger truck and bus segment are largely exported to Southeast Asia and the like, and the material is used as a fuel replacement for cement kilns. What we've seen most recently, particularly in the last 2 years, that the recovery of passenger truck and bus, which used to be up around the 90%, has dropped down to, call it 80%. It's just slightly shy of that 77%. So in the last 12 months, we've actually dropped 10% in the recovery of tyres, which means more end-of-life tyres are going to landfill, they're going to stockpiles, or they're going to illegally dumped locations. What we're seeing is tyres becoming problematic in our communities. And as you would have seen, when tyres are left, if they're left on the side of the road, they usually multiply. More people rock up and put more on there. If they're in stockpiles, they're problematic from a fire perspective. Let you have a look at the stockpile that happened in Whyalla in South Australia that caught on fire February this year. These are real public health problems. And I think that if we think we've done a good job on collecting tyres, we need to think again, because we actually haven't done a great job at it.
So what's driving that decrease in recovered tyres?
We're seeing a lot more material go to landfill, whether they can't find a home for it overseas or it's just cheaper to send to landfill. But what really worries me is the increased number of rogue operators that are out there collecting tyres from tyre retailers, mechanic shops, mum and dad locations that are in the business of tyre replacement, collecting tyres and not actually sustainably managing those tyres. So rogue operators will go around, they'll collect for $3, $3.50 a tyre, and then they'll either dump them on the side of the road, they'll dump them in creek beds, they'll create stockpiles, or unsuspecting landlords get dumped with tyres in their factories, and those rogue operators walk away, reinvent themselves as another organisation. And we're seeing a lot more of that, and that's problematic. The increase in landfill is really problematic too. We really need to focus in Australia to utilise tyre-derived material in ways in which we know we can, whether it's in roads, in advanced manufacturing. And even Australia has the ability to use tyres as a fuel replacement to coal, like they do in Southeast Asia. So there are opportunities for us, at least, to think about utilising tyres in Australia before we export this material.
That's Lena Goodman.